What's going on, Switch leaders? Hey, thank you for checking out this video. I hope that you had a great weekend. College football is back. So for many of you, you care a lot. For some of you, you don't care at all. And no matter where you fall at in between, what we can all agree on in principle is that fall's around the corner, which means it's pumpkin spice latte season and it's sweater weather, which are undeniably the best two things about fall. So I'm really excited about that, but I'm also really stoked to talk to you about where we're headed with Switch over the next couple of weeks. First, kicking off a brand new series tomorrow night called What Does Following Jesus Actually Look Like? So this is tailoring kind of off of this last series where we talked about how to share our faith and what that looks like. And now what we're talking about is how to put our faith into action. And I think that there's no better example for our students to look to than you as our Switch group leaders who come prepared every single week by utilizing the leader link, by utilizing where we're leading our students, because we're leading them somewhere on purpose, not just to be a bunch of people who have a holy huddle place called Switch, but actually where they get fed, they get nourished, they get encouraged, then to go out and create other disciples to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And I'm just so proud of where we're at and where we're going this semester. And I want to encourage you to invite your friends to be a part of it. We all know somebody who could potentially be someone who is the right fit for Switch. To serve alongside us. And for us to reach more students, we need more leaders. We need to invite them into what's happening here at our church. And really through you telling them why you love serving and what's happening here, I think that's all you have to say to at least get them to come and show up to orientation. So if you ever have a person who you think needs to be a Switch leader, attached in the description area is the link for you to send them so that they can sign up to be a volunteer at our church. And I want to encourage you to do that because, again, the way we reach more students is by having the right leaders and enough leaders to be able to meet every student where they're at. I'm going to describe to you what the bash looks like tomorrow night, and then there's a lot of stuff I'm very, very excited to share with you in Huddle tomorrow night of just where we're at and where we're going at Switch. So the bash tomorrow night, we're going to have a lot of pizza on the front end to just create kind of a party. And who doesn't love food? Who doesn't love free food? So we're gonna have pizza at hospitality for our students to get. They're gonna walk into an incredible opener. For those of you who love 80s music, you're really gonna like tomorrow night. Then we have a super good worship set planned, a great message by Pastor James Meehan, and then small groups are going to be great. We're gonna jump into the night, go through things. One of the things that you're gonna see us lead through is the whole reason that we're doing this big bring in event, a big party like the bash, is to send our students to somewhere where they can connect and serve. So actually at Switch, we get the opportunity to partner with Legacy Parenting Center, something that you've probably heard of. If not, it's one of our mission partners as a church. You're gonna hear more about them tomorrow night, but something that's never happened before that we get to do is we as Switch get to present Legacy with a $1,000 grant towards their mission and towards what they're already doing to make an impact in our community. And like Shawnee Switch gets to do that. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow night and lead our students to a big service day that is gonna happen and take place for us to be able to take our students and point them to this day. We're all gonna go show up and serve. We'll announce that day tomorrow night. And then afterwards, we're gonna have a great message, small group time. And then from there, we're gonna jump into the color war. So we're gonna give instructions of what the color war looks like, some do's and do nots. I wanna encourage you to tell your students to wear white. We're gonna go over the rules, and then pretty importantly, something that is abnormal, but I'm gonna ask us all to do is, once students have color on them, like if they play in the color war at all, we're gonna actually do a dismissal from outside, not from inside the building. So if you drove as a student, you can just go to your car. But if you're getting picked up, we're gonna ask that you stay alongside your students outside so that's not a madhouse and chaotic. So that probably means that you have an extra 10 to 15 minutes of staying with your students than you might normally do on a Wednesday night, but that's so they can be safe and so our building doesn't get color all over it. So I really appreciate in advance you doing that and helping us Switch just pull off a fantastic night. There is so many stories, so many things that I'm proud of what's happening at Switch. And I want us to continue to capture it and make sure that we celebrate it. Tomorrow night in the lobby, there's gonna be a photo op set up for you, your team, and your students to take a picture at. And I just hope that you do take a picture at it, really only specifically so that you can celebrate what God is doing with your team, through you, and through Switch, because we are the church, and we are the hope of the world. And for us to get to be a part of this ministry in this moment, man, it's so special for us to have a safe place like Switch that not only leads us closer to Christ, but our community. And so let's keep up the momentum. Let's keep up what we're doing. Let's keep charging and storming the gates of hell together. I love you guys. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. for Huddle. Peace.